to the explosions of bombs as an alarm clock. I am lucky to have books to read. I eat meals regularly and enjoy sufficient stipend. I also have this opportunity to be here, to be heard. But I am just one of the thousands of young Filipinos to be blessed with this kind of life. With this opportunity of relatively decent life, I am expected to be more capable of accepting the challenge to become one of those who strive to make a difference. Members of the Board of Judges, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. For 6 years now, I have been actively involved in children and youth advocacies as a host of a UNICEF-sponsored children's radio program. For several times, I had the chance to visit various communities with high disparity rates. Opportunities as such are the beginning of my realizations that there are a lot of fellow young people who live in depressed situations. When I have the luxury to grab a mirror upon waking up, other children have to grab an axe to chop woods. I was taught by such experience that nothing is a more significant mirror than our society. Its condition shows us the reflection of how we live as citizens. Our society is a mirror depicting social-political turmoil, poverty, oppression, and other forms of injustice. Yet, on one hand, at a certain angle, it is reflecting rays of hope, just as sunshine multiplies brightness upon hitting a mirror. But what hope remains in a nation where most of the families starve? What hope is there in a nation where out-of-school children keep on increasing every year? Tell me, what do we have to long for in a nation buried in foreign debts? And who would dare laugh at the poor and sick fellow men who have never in their lives seen what a doctor looks like? What hope remains in this nation other than change? I am speaking of hope, my friends. And hope must be understood in the context of change. When we resist change, we do not have the right to hope. In this generation, with technology at our fingertips, advancing advocacies for the welfare and development of the youth is at our reach. We can begin a drive that will serve as a venue to express our thoughts and aspirations and uplift the conditions of our fellow young people. We can use the computers to write, the radio to speak, the television to exhibit, and the internet to share. We can use the technology to influence and to change. To change does not need to be complicated. The first requirement is to become a human. And nobody makes one a human but oneself. For one to be truly capable of contributing to change, one has to be rational to notice the contradictions in order to accept the reality that there is something that ought to be changed. And once started, working for change becomes a continuing personal struggle, leading towards social transformation. My friends, to work for change, to work for integral progress, is as important as extinguishing a huge fire, and that the youth must not be spared from helping. After all, no one is ordered to imitate Atlas in carrying alone the whole world on his shoulder. Alone, you are not expected to solve the problems of the world. Alone, I am not expected to save the whole country from drowning. We shall be with others. But because I believe that God has given me the free will to choose, there is no other person who could pick a choice for me but I, myself. It is only I who could make a choice that will affirm the very essence of my human existence. And so the change begins with me. This is not to say that my family and my environment do not contribute in molding my person. In fact, they are the architects of the foundation of my development. If not in a family environment with an atmosphere of happiness, love, and understanding, I do not think I will be able to foster my principles and ideals for change. Same goes with my basic education. Without my teachers, I would not even understand what change is. Every moment I wake up, I will grab a mirror and be reminded to fulfill an obligation to my children's children. Soon, time will tell, and history will judge, that my choice to start a change with me is a choice of victory.